Hi, Debbie Nicholson speaking. Day 13, and I've still got the red nose. The weather's still not great outside. Hey, what can we do about it? It doesn't matter. Anyway, today I just wanted to retouch on something I know I've already talked to you about, and it's the way I put it last time was watching what you said with your vocabulary, and I've been reading a little bit lately about arguing for your own limitations. Now, we do put limitations on ourselves all the time through using the vocabulary that we use. So, just a little bit of a different slant on it today because I need to enforce it more with you, because if you're not thinking the right things are not going to go right. Now, you've got to be working 80% on your mind when you come into internet marketing. I can't stress that enough. Even in my situation, I've got a husband who does not like the computer, and if it was his way, he'd have it thrown out. So I'm always sort of fighting against that, and he's wondering why it's not happening for me yet. Why isn't it happening? And because he can see things happening when he does things with his hands and works with his hands. He doesn't seem to realise you've got to be have a good line of thought going through that head of yours all the time in order to be able to do it, because you start thinking, well, am I going to manage, or is it going to happen today, or oh, he said it's not going to happen, so maybe it's not, and I'm wasting my time. All these silly little things go through your head. Now, you are capable of doing this, otherwise you wouldn't even be doing it. You wouldn't even be watching me and being bothered with me. You are capable. It's just a matter of getting your inner self to know that you are capable, and trying to get away from all that negativity that lives with you all the time. Because once you're making money, I can tell you, it makes a huge difference. Keith used to tell everybody that I just played on the computer. And when he first saw that check from Amazon, when we were standing in the line waiting to post something, and he came up to me and he said, there seems to be a check in this envelope, and we opened it up, and sure enough there was some money. I tell you, his whole attitude changed. The next day he was running around telling all his friends that she got money for doing these books, didn't even know she could write, and then he'd come running home at night and say, well, how many books have you written today? And he says, look, just keep writing, you just keep doing that, I'll do this and I'll do that. I tell you, his whole attitude changed. So when you start making money yourself, your whole household will think you're the most marvellous thing since cheese was invented. Alright? I know that's not what you say. I can't even think what the thing is that you say there, but you can get the gist of what I'm trying to say. So today I just wanted to reinforce with you that we put limitations on ourselves when we say we can't do something, or we always have problems when we do this, or we get the flu every winter, or things like that. You've got to realise what you're saying. You say to yourself you get the flu every winter. Guess what? You get the flu every winter. And if you say you can't do something, well, you're not going to be able to do it, because you already told yourself you can't. So what is the use of even attempting to do it? I don't have a piano anymore. This is an example. I don't have a piano anymore. I used to have this beautiful piano my parents gave me for my first marriage, for our wedding present. And that was one of the things I was allowed to keep, so that was wonderful. And the thing is, I don't have it now. I had to give it away to the family because I have no house to put it in. You can't put a piano into a bus, I can tell you now. And so I don't have anything to practice on. The only time I get to play the piano is every Sunday at church, when they expect me to play beautifully. I don't even have anything to practice on, and I sit there and think, oh gosh, can I play this today? And I look at it and I think, oh, I know I'm pretty good at sight reading, but I'm not sure about this one. So, I have to have a little prayer in my heart. Heavenly Father, come along and bring the greatest pianist with you, and play this piece for me, because I'm not quite sure about the fingering and all this sort of carry on. And he always answered my prayers. And I get up from the piano, having heard all these errors that I've made, and just kept going like a concert pianist should do. And I have people coming up to me, where did you learn to play the piano so well, etc., etc. I feel so humble because it wasn't me playing. It was somebody else, somebody else who's got greater skill than myself, and I was allowed to borrow them for a few minutes. So if you think you can't do something, but you would like to try it, have a little prayer in your heart and just say, look, can you please help me to understand what it is I'm trying to do, and bring me somebody who knows all about it, and just get it stuck into my head. And I tell you, you will learn quicker that way. I've had to learn quickly that way for a long time. I've used that method for a long time in my life. And I probably am a master of all trades. No, what is it called? Jack of all trades and master of none, because I've been self-taught in so many things. I might not do the best of jobs with things, but I've had an inkling into doing a lot of things in my life. And that's because I've asked for help. I've asked for the divine, for the universe, for God, for whoever you call him, for Heavenly Father. I like to call him my Heavenly Father. But whoever you call on when you're in time of need, ask for help, and they come. They come and they just help you understand it quicker, and they help you learn things better. I mean, another example I could tell you, I wanted to move the house around when no one was home one day. Well, I'm only a little person, and a big freezer of food weighs a ton or more. Anyway, and I wanted to actually put down that grassy carpet into our garage so that the freezer had something nice to sit on, And I didn't know how to do it, because I thought, well, this is going to be a task in itself. I wanted to surprise everybody, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So I had a little prayer and asked for angels to come and help me. I tell you, I knew exactly what to do next. I emptied out the freezer. I had the strength to lift it from one, to move it around to get to where I wanted it to be. And, when they came home at night and saw this beautiful green carpet, and they thought I'd had a whole lot of visitors that day to help me. And I had no one there except the angels. Wasn't that marvellous? And another time, I tried to paint the house. Well, I didn't try. I did. My children didn't even notice. I'd get the paintbrush out when they'd gone to school, and my husband had well on gone to work, of course, early hours of the morning. I'd get out the paintbrush and I'd start painting that house. I sanded and painted it. I did one wall at a time. No one even noticed it, and I left the last part to do for the very last, which was where they always came into the back door. And when they came home that night, guess what? Here was this beautiful painted back door and wall, and when they walked around the house, there was a whole rest of the house all painted as well. And how could I have done that by myself? I didn't. I did it with the help of the angels, because I had the foresight to ask for help. You might have a lot of friends that would come and help you do these things. Well, good on you. That's marvellous. I always call my friends from beyond, because I can rely on their help. I don't have to worry whether they're going to turn up or not, and I don't have to feed them. Isn't that marvellous? Anyway, I just wanted to talk to you about that today. Be careful of the limitations you put on yourself. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. If you want to do it, you can. All you have to do is, yes, I can. Now, how am I going to go about doing that? And ask for help. If you ask me, that's great. If you want to ask the angels, that's even greater. If you've got lots of friends around you who can help you, that's marvellous. All right? That's what we're all here for, to look after each other. Now, if you're on my whoisdebbienicholson.com site, I want you to click on the images, and that will take you through to my list. And so you will become part of my list, and I can send you lots of things that I enjoy doing that you might like to read and do yourself. And if you're on my Deb's Big Idea Mastermind, I got it wrong yesterday. It's called debsbigideamastermind.com. If you're on that site, click on the images, you'll go through to the Big Idea Mastermind sales funnel. And then you'll still become part of my list. And if you're on my KDEB Empower site, you'll go through to the Empower sales funnel, and you will still be on my list. But you'll be with me in the Empower site, which I will then show you how to connect to the Big Idea Mastermind, so that you have the advantage of working with both companies. Okay, well, I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. It'll be day 14. My mum's all right still so far, but she does have to have surgery in a couple of days, so be prepared that I might be a little bit late getting these videos up, but I'll do my best, all right? So I hope the weather's great where you are. We're experiencing winter, so weather is perfect for the time of the year for us here. Goodbye.